Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Alicia. Welcome to the family. Today we're going to be talking about my March TBR, or the books that I want to read in March. I am filming in a slightly different place. It's just such a beautiful day outside. It's nice and warm. The sun is actually out. It's not raining, it's not snowing. So I thought it'd be a nice change of scenery for me to film out here. I do want to let you know that we are doing monthly buddy reads on my Discord now. So if you want to go ahead and join, please do so. You don't have to be part of the readathon in order to join the Discord. And please go ahead and go vote for the month that you want to read in April, because we will be starting in April. As always, I leave timestamps down in the description box if there's any point of the video that you want to move to. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. So March is Women's History Month, so on top of the books that I chose for the Shop Your Stash Read-a-thon prompts, I will also only be reading books by female authors. I will also be participating in the March Battle of the Books that is being hosted by Literature Science Alliance. I'll go ahead and link Angela's channel down below and her Discord, and I will show you the brackets at the end of the video, so stay tuned for which books are facing off. But if you're new here, I do host a year-long readathon called Shop Your Stash Read-a-thon with the purpose of reading books that you already own and clearing your shelves. You're essentially shopping your stash. So I do have two prompts for the month of March. The first one is to read a book by an Irish author. For that prompt, I chose The Trespasser by Tana. To be honest, I'm not sure what it's about. No, it's a mystery thriller book. And for my mystery thrillers, I like to know as little as possible going in, just because I don't want anything to be spoiled. But she's an author that I've been meaning to read for quite a while, and I'm just hoping I really enjoy her. The next prompt for the month of March for the Shop Your Stash Read-a-thon is to read a book with an animal companion in it. And for that one, I went with Assassin's Apprentice by Hobb. Hobb is another author that I've been meaning to read, and this book has been on my shelf for a very long time. So I'm finally going to start the Farseer trilogy. I've heard wonderful things about this series. I've heard it's extremely character driven, which is something that I really like in my books. So we'll see how we go. I'm really excited for this one. If you want to know more about the Shop Your Stash Read-a-thon, I'll go ahead and link the announcement video in the cards and in the description box. The next book on my list is by an author that I've also been meaning to get to for a very long time. As you can see, this is going to be the trend for this video, and that is going to be Kindred by Octavia Butler. I know Charmaine from Traveling Through Books recently read it and she loved it, and every person that I've talked to who's read Kindred just loves it. It's also a book that I heard is very hard-hitting, and you know me, I like books that will make me cry and that will gut me, so I feel like this is going to be one that will. The only thing I really know about this book is that we follow our main character Rufus, who lives on a plantation, and every time he's about to die, he's able to, in a way, summon or call for our other main character, Tana, and she saves his life every single time, and this happens over and over and over again. And I just think that premise is super interesting. The next book on my list is also by an author that I've been meaning to read for a very long time. I'm actually really interested to get to her Broken Earth trilogy, but I decided that I would read her in publication order. So I'll be starting with The Killing Moon by N.K. Jemisin. This is actually going to be a buddy read on the Shelf Space Discord, so I'll leave those details down below if you want to join us for any of it. And I know nothing about this duology. Seriously, nothing. And you know what? I'm going to leave it that way. I want to be pleasantly surprised when I get to this duology. I just think it's the perfect place to start for N.K. Jemisin. It's her first published work. It's also a duology, so I'm not getting myself into this really long series, and I just can't wait to get started. The next book on my list is by an author that is familiar to me. This is the continuation of the Six World series by Rebecca Roanhorse, and I'm going to be reading Storm of Locusts. I read Trail of Lightning sometime last year, and I really enjoyed it. It's the book that made me realize that I don't hate urban fantasy. I'm just really excited to continue, especially in the way that we left off from the first series. I want to get back to Maggie and to figure out what's going on. I know it's going to be a 6-book series, but this is the last one that's out, so I'm glad to finally be caught up in one of the series that I'm reading, and that way maybe I can start new ones. The next book that I'm reading is actually a buddy read on Andy's channel, so I'll go ahead and link that information down in the description box. But on her Discord, we're reading Piranesi by Susanna, and this is a book that I'm highly anticipating because my fiance Ben read it. He loved it, and also Miriam read it and she loved it, and she's been hyping it up for me. But yeah, I'm just super excited to get into this one. This is one that Ben and Miriam both warned me to not know anything about before going into it because it'll just be even better because of that. So I also don't really know anything about this book, and I'm so sorry. That's why I don't like making TBRs, because I don't really know what the books are about. So I'm so sorry if that's a trend in this video. The next book on this list is a buddy read that I'll be doing with Lyra, so I'll go ahead and link her channel down below. This month we're reading Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. If you don't know, she recently read all of Cassandra Clare's books and she's really digging them. She actually wants to get through this one to get to Chain of Iron. I don't own Chain of Iron, so I don't think I'll get to it for a while because I am on a book buying ban, but we are buddy reading this month. I don't know if we're doing a live show yet, so Lyra, do you want to do a live show? Let me know. But if we do end up doing a live show, I'll let you know in the next video. The last book on this list is another buddy read, and this is going to be for Vicious channel, so I'll go ahead and leave her channel down below. This month on her channel, they're buddy reading The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. Erin Morgenstern is another author that I've been meaning to get to. I know The Night Circus is really popular. I haven't read that. I heard that she writes very beautifully and that it's very atmospheric and dreamy, and if I end up loving this book, I'll pick up The Night Circus next year. In this one, I believe we follow our main character, Zach, who is going on a quest after finding a book that has details of his life in it. And that's all I know. It's a quest book. I actually quite enjoy books about quests, so I'm hoping that I really love this one. I'm just ready to finally find out if Erin Morgenstern is for me or not. Those are all the books that I'm going to read in the month of March. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I am participating in the Battle of the Books that is being hosted by Literature Science Alliance, so go ahead and put my Battle of the Books card right here. As you can see, I didn't make any predictions because I want to see how this plays out. So I'll be posting the results of this on my March wrap-up. I'll link all of the channels that I mentioned down below, and if you want to participate in the Shop Your Stash Read-a-thon, or if you just want to come over and buddy read something, go ahead and click on the details below. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic and wonderful week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!